Trophy and I think they gon' respect. We don't care who the best. We don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath. I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga. Put the whole team on my shoulders.
Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Cheifs taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Going back to their AFL days in the 1960s, the Chiefs and Raiders are underway. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 23 yards, the final tally. And this first drive. Looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 41, Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Carr going to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Drake is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
On first down, Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Mahomes going to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He dumps it off to Drake. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now here comes Kansas City. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over toward the sideline for Waller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Now Carr again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. On play action, now Carr rolling to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. They'll set up to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Buying time to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Let's go. Mike's 50.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs use the short field to get in for 6. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Carr now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Butker on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Carr to throw again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Carr. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark, his 2nd sack of the night.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side going to be... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.